You know that feeling when you just want a car that simply works. No fragile technology, no overcomplicated gadgets, and definitely no CVT headaches. You want something you can trust for the long run, something that feels solid every time you turn the key. Because when you've spent your whole life working hard, the last thing you want is a car that turns into a money pit. That's why today, we're talking about real sedans, the kind that can go 300,000 miles or more with nothing but basic maintenance. These are the cars that remind you what reliability used to feel like. Strong engines, real automatic transmissions, and the kind of build quality that gives you peace of mind every time you hit the road. So if you're tired of cars that promise innovation but deliver trouble, stick around because these are 7 sedans without CVT that just don't quit. Let's start strong with the Cadillac CT5. Built from 2020 to 2023, one of the last true American sedans still engineered the old-school way. No CVT, no fragile dual-clutch setup, just a 10-speed automatic transmission co-developed by GM and Ford. And according to RepairPal and Consumer Reports, it's one of the most durable gearboxes you can get in this class. Mechanics say the secret is simple. Change the transmission fluid every 45 to 60,000 miles, especially if you drive in hot weather or do a lot of city miles. This small habit keeps the solenoids clean and the shifts smooth for years. The CT5 pairs that transmission with either a 2.0 turbo or a twin-turbo 3.0 V6, both designed for longevity rather than stress. Owners in Cadillac forums consistently say it feels like the first modern Caddy that was built to last, not just impress. Unlike so many newer sedans with CVTs that whine and slip by 120,000 miles, the CT5's 10-speed feels tight and predictable even after years of use. You get a car that's comfortable, solid, and mechanical in the best possible way. And if you treat it right, it'll easily go past 300,000 miles. The 2020-2023 Cadillac CT5 isn't just another luxury sedan. It's proof that America still knows how to build a transmission worth trusting. Next up is the Honda Accord 2.0T, built from 2018 to 2022. And it's one of those cars that quietly proves you don't need a CVT to get great performance or fuel economy. This version uses a real 10-speed automatic transmission, designed by Honda and praised by mechanics for its strength and smoothness. Unlike the smaller 1.5T models, which got the dreaded CVT, the 2.0T feels solid and mechanical in the best possible way. According to RepairPal and Consumer Reports, this gearbox is extremely reliable when you follow the golden rule. Change the fluid every 40 to 50,000 miles, especially if you live in a hot climate or drive a lot of city miles. It takes Honda's specific DW1 fluid, and that's not a small detail. It's what keeps the valves clean and the gears shifting perfectly even past 200,000 miles. Owners who've driven these 2.0T Accords beyond 250,000 miles keep saying the same thing. This feels like the old Hondas we grew up with. It's fast, efficient, and built to last when you take care of it. Consumer Reports even calls it a rare balance between modern performance and classic Honda dependability. So if you want a car that still feels engineered for longevity, skip the CVT trims and go straight for the 2018 to 2022 Honda Accord 2.0T, a sedan that'll give you 300,000 miles of smooth, confident driving. Now let's talk about a car that many people underestimated, the Ford Fusion 2.5-liter, built from 2017 to 2020. This was the last generation before Ford stopped making sedans in America, and it quietly became one of the most reliable daily drivers on the road. The secret? A simple 6-speed automatic transmission paired with Ford's naturally aspirated 2.5L Duratec engine, no CVT, no turbo, no drama. According to RepairPal and Consumer Reports, this transmission, known as the 6F35, can easily pass 250,000 to 300,000 miles if you stick to one simple rule. Change the transmission fluid every 40 to 50,000 miles using the recommended Mercon LV fluid. Mechanics love this setup because it's old school and easy to service, no sealed units, no complex electronics. And owners on Fusion forums often brag about hitting 200,000 miles with nothing more than oil changes, brakes, and that occasional fluid flush. What really stands out is how consistent this car feels over time. No whining, no slipping, just smooth shifts and that solid American sedan feel. It's not flashy, but it's the kind of car you can depend on every morning without thinking twice. If you want something that simply works, no CVT to fail, no fancy tech to break the 2017-2020, Ford Fusion 2.5L is one of the best last-generation sedans America ever built. Next on the list is the Mazda 6, built from 2017 to 2021, a sedan that somehow blends reliability with real driving pleasure, something rare these days. While many rivals switched to CVTs, Mazda stayed true to what drivers love, a 6-speed automatic transmission paired with the 2.5-liter Skyactiv engine. It's a simple, proven setup that mechanics actually enjoy working on because it's accessible and doesn't hide behind sealed systems. According to Consumer Reports, the 6-speed automatic in the Mazda 6 has one of the best long-term reliability scores in its class. And RepairPal data backs that up. With proper care, meaning fluid changes every 50 to 60,000 miles, it's common to see these cars hitting 300,000 miles or more. Mazda's transmission doesn't try to mimic gear ratios or fake shift like CVTs do. It's direct, mechanical, and built to last. Owners say it feels like a car that's alive, one that rewards you for keeping it maintained. They often post on forums things like, "I'd rather change fluid every few years than replace a CVT once." That's the spirit of the Mazda 6. It's not the loudest car in the room, but it's the one that quietly outlives the rest. If you want something reliable, enjoyable, and simple to maintain, the 2017-2021 Mazda 6 might just be your perfect everyday companion. Now, let's move to a car that defines long-term peace of mind, the Lexus ES 350, built from 2018 to 2024. If you've ever owned a Toyota or driven a Camry, this will feel instantly familiar, just smoother, quieter, and built to last even longer. It runs a traditional 8-speed automatic transmission, the same reliable Aisin unit used in Toyota's V6 lineup, and according to Consumer Reports, it's one of the most durable transmissions in the luxury segment. Mechanics love it for its simplicity, no CVT, no dual clutch complications, and easy access for fluid changes. The key, as they often say on RepairPal, is to replace the transmission fluid every 60,000 miles with the correct Toyota WS fluid. Do that, and this car will shift like new well past 300,000 miles. Owners often joke in Lexus forums that the ES 350 is a Camry in a tuxedo, but that's exactly what makes it special. You get luxury comfort with Toyota-grade dependability. Drivers with over 250,000 miles report the same pattern: quiet transmission, smooth acceleration, and almost no issues beyond normal wear parts. It's a car that doesn't chase trends. It just quietly delivers reliability year after year. So if you want a sedan that feels like a sanctuary on wheels, one that keeps running long after others give up, the 2018-2024 Lexus ES 350 is a car you can buy once and never worry about again. Hey, if you've made it this far, you probably care about the same things we do: reliability, smart choices, and cars that actually respect your wallet. So if you're enjoying this list, take a second to hit that like button. It really helps more people find videos like this. And tell us in the comments what you're driving right now. Maybe you've got one of these sedans, or maybe your car has already crossed 300,000 miles. We'd love to hear your story. Because this channel isn't just about cars. It's about people who take pride in making smart, lasting choices. Next on our list is a car that feels like it came straight from a time when sedans were built to take a beating, the Chrysler 300, produced from 2017 to 2023. This is one of those rare, full-size sedans that still feels heavy, solid, and unmistakably American. Under the hood, it uses the legendary 3.6-liter Pentastar Vive 6, paired with one of the best transmissions Chrysler has ever used, the ZF 8-speed automatic, the same design used in BMWs and Audis. According to Consumer Reports and RepairPal, this combination is one of the reasons the 300 can easily pass 300,000 miles when maintained properly. The ZF transmission loves clean fluid mechanics and recommends changing it every 60,000 miles, using the correct Mopar 8 and 9-speed fluid, not universal brands. Do that, and this transmission will stay smooth and quiet for decades. Owners in 300 forums proudly post stories of crossing 250,000 or even 400,000 miles with the original engine and transmission untouched. They call it the last real Chrysler, and in a way their right rear-wheel drive, a V6 that doesn't quit, and a gearbox that was built to last. The 2017-2023 Chrysler 300 isn't about flashy screens or hybrid gimmicks. It's about getting behind the wheel of something that feels honest, sturdy, and made to go the distance. And finally, let's end with a car that proves not all German luxury cars are fragile. The BMW 540i, built from 2017 to 2020, quietly became one of the most reliable BMWs ever made. And a big part of that is its 8-speed ZF automatic transmission, the same one trusted in high-end European and American cars alike. Paired with the B58 inline-6 engine, this setup has earned a reputation among mechanics and owners as bulletproof when maintained right. According to RepairPal and Consumer Reports, the transmission is one of the most reliable components BMW has ever used, but it needs clean fluid to stay that way. Mechanics recommend changing the ZF fluid and filter every 50,000 to 60,000 miles, even though BMW calls it lifetime. Owners who follow that advice report buttery smooth shifts past 200,000 miles, while those who ignore it often regret it later. In forums, long-term owners share impressive numbers: 250,000, 300,000 miles still on the original transmission and engine. They say the 540i feels like the last BMW built with true engineering focus, before the brand moved deeper into electronics and hybrid systems. If you love that solid mechanical feeling and want a car that rewards careful maintenance, the 2017-2020 BMW 540i gives you exactly that precision, performance, and the kind of reliability that earns respect mile after mile. Some cars don't need to prove anything. They just start, drive, and keep going, quietly earning your trust mile after mile. That kind of reliability doesn't come from fancy tech or marketing. It comes from solid engineering and a little care from the person behind the wheel. Because in the end, it's not just about how far the car goes, it's about the peace it gives you along the way. When a car lasts, it becomes more than transportation. It becomes a part of your story, and that's something no new gadget or turbocharged gimmick can replace.